It's Friday, February 10th, just following up on the SPY. You can see here, I bought the puts here early in the session on this green to red kind of move where it took out the pre-market highs and started on the two down. Paused a little bit. Now we're heading back down towards the lows of the day. The options have moved up nicely. Bought those here, the 410 puts at 691. They're up to 765, 770. So you can scale out here, set up a no-risk trade, however you want to do it. I'm going to try to scale out, once it takes, I'm going to, hope it takes out the lows of the day here. That's what I think it's heading to. So you can scale out there and set up a no-risk trade. You can see if we get down to those pre-market lows. Again, definitely the type of day on the daily chart, which is a little tricky because you had the 3-bar yesterday. That's a kind of a broadening action on a shorter term time frame. You don't always necessarily get a 3-2 continuation, but the market is weak and we're getting kind of a weekly bar that looks like it wants to close red with a bit of a shooter bar. Even though it's an inside bar, that should project a little lower into next week. Then we could see if that maybe fails back to the upside. You don't know. It's still an inside bar, so that's why I don't necessarily expect significant follow through to the downside. But given that it was below the midpoint of the prior day, really that's all you can look for. And when it came up and took out that the stops of the pre-market high, then and reversed, that was an opportunity just to see if we can work down to the lower end of the range. So we're getting that here. It's almost the type of thing where I wouldn't be surprised if it chops back up. It's just hard to say, but we should take out the lows of the day here, and then you do have another target down to those pre-market lows. So we'll see what happens, but either way, it's a no-risk trade. Let's just see. Again, the conservative way to play it would be just to scale out here and kind of watch to see if you can get some kind of flushing action to the downside. But the important thing is a no-risk trade at this point. We're a little before midday. It's almost actually we have a while to go in the market. So definitely again seems to want to take out those intraday lows. Then we'll just see if we can work down to those pre-market lows, and then just know that you're in a situation that's a choppy environment that might not get the follow through that you would normally get on a big red bar like that, given that it was just a broadening action and you have an inside week. So let's see if we can take out the intraday lows.